Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Gotham Talk. We're into episode 8 of season 2, and this one is called Tonight's the Night. This kind of focuses an awful lot on Barbara Keane, actually. Barbara Keane's kind of been waiting in the wings a lot. She's popped up in a lot of episodes this season where she's just kind of lurching over Galavan's shoulder or whatever. But yeah, this is her episode, really, so far. Basically, Galavan uses her just as a bit of a distraction. He knows that Gordon is onto him, he's on his case, and he's really trying to get hold of Wayne Enterprises. So he doesn't want any kind of interfering at this time while he tries to get hold of Wayne Enterprises. And he does that by sending Barbara Keane after Gordon, letting her off the leash, basically, so that he's got all of his time kind of devoted to whatever she is doing. And in the meantime, he is having a meeting with Bruce Wayne in order to try and get him to sign over Wayne Enterprises to him under the pretense of wanting to clean Wayne Enterprises up, of being the man for the job. He tries to push that by claiming that he has the identity of Thomas Wayne's killer, and he will give it to Bruce if he signs over Wayne Enterprises. I feel like Bruce maybe should have woken up to the fact that this guy is using his parents' death against him to get the company, and if he didn't wake up to it, then Alfred certainly should have. It's like, because I think they trust this guy initially. Like so far throughout the season, they've trusted him. But the moment he plays that card, the moment he pulls out that, hey, I've got the identity of your father's killer card, that is the time where you really need to be saying, look, mate, if you've got that information and you're not just willing to hand it straight over, you want something in return, then that says everything that I need to know about your character. I think from that moment on, Bruce should have washed his hands of this guy. He should have twigged. And like I say, I get that, like Bruce, I could kind of let off because there's a lot of emotion tied up there. And he is a kid at the end of the day, a clever one, albeit, but even so. But Alfred, Bruce tells Alfred what he's got. The words coming out of Alfred's mouth should have been, Master Bruce, you need to ditch this guy. Because if he's using that against you to get your company, something is rotten. As a friend, which he claims to have been so far, he should be handing that over. No questions asked. So, yeah, that I kind of took issue with. Barbara, she goes after Gordon, as I say. She kind of she takes him to the church where they were planning on getting married, and she's there in her wedding dress. And she's just basically playing mind games with him. And really, she's going to end up killing them. Lee gets embroiled in it as well. All that stuff I really liked. And I'm really liking Barbara as Psycho Barbara. I think I didn't quite like her all that much in the first season. I literally didn't find her character at many points to be likable. But the moment she's flipped, and even though I had problems with her flip, I think it happened too soon. I much prefer her now. Like, I really like her as an antagonist. The way she's constantly getting in between Jim and Lee. And I kind of like the relationship between Lee and her, the way they are, they're kind of enemies, But yeah, so I liked all that stuff in the episode. Bullock, once again, gets to do some pretty funny stuff in it. Just the way he reacts to certain situations, the way he kind of almost gives a screw you to their new boss, their new captain. He just doesn't play ball, does he, Bullock? He marches to the beat of his own drum. That's the main two storylines. We also have a side storyline of Nigma trying to bury Kristen Kringle's body, but he gets interrupted by this guy in the woods and ends up having to kill him and bury him as well. And yeah, so that makes for some humorous little moments. Again, nothing too deep here with Nigma. He does say out loud that he is now who he is, who he's meant to be. He feels like himself. He comes face to face with Penguin, so he's looking for someone who has apparently taken his picnic, a bit of his picnic that he had out. You know, so he's trying to bury Kristen. Someone else comes along, takes him out, and then he's trying to bury him. Realizes someone's taken his picnic, so he goes on a search for them, and he gets to this caravan and finds none other than Oswald Cobblepot hiding out with a dodgy shoulder after he got shot last episode. Kind of takes me back to the first season, really, when he was hiding out at the beginning of that season. But yeah, he's kind of back to square one, isn't he? It's kind of come full circle, really, has Oswald, in that regard, I guess. But yeah, seeing them face to face again, you know, they've been face to face once before, and that was a pretty good moment from the first season. And they're back together again now, with obviously with Nigma rising as a villain, really. You know, given his actions, given what he's doing, and where his psychology is at now. So it'll be interesting to see these two together in that light. Very solid episode. Bit of a quibble with the whole, the bartering that Gallivant does, or more to the point, the response or the lack thereof from Bruce and Alfred. But other than that, everything else is pretty much firing on all cylinders, and I liked it. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'm tempted to go 4.5, but I think I'm thinking 4. So 4 out of 5 from me. But what about you? Have you seen this episode? And if so, as per usual, tell me what you thought about it. Comment below, let me know. And until next time, cracking.